you not seeking? Oh, seek my grief. Jesus Christ. That's about all I've got.
But breaking right now, Kellie Jay-Keen, the women's rights activist, was disgustingly assaulted during a Let Women Speak event in the UK over the weekend. Now, I've got to know Kellie Jay-Keen over the years. I think she's a brilliant woman. She's incredibly brave. Some people would know her as Posie Parker, and I was absolutely disgusted when she went to my homeland of New Zealand and was pelted in tomato soup in an absolutely disgusting display of, I think, woke savagery. But the fact that it's now happening here in her home country is so wrong. But Kellie's very brave. This was her reaction afterwards.
How are you not seeking? Oh, seek my grief. Jesus Christ. That's about all I've got.
And in fact, it was her supporters who were more concerned about her. What?
Has anyone got any towels or anything?
No. I don't. I thought we were not seeking. Do you need any more water?
And the Let Women Speak crew weren't going to be held back because one of them valiantly chased after the man who was responsible for the assault, or at least, I guess we should now say, given this is criminal, alleged assault on Kellie Jay.
Charlotte!
Officers! He just attacked a lady and chucked milk over her head! Yeah, I'm not going to do it, officer.
Now, my friend Megyn Kelly tweeted, or posted on X, I should say, after that incident, look at this pathetic excuse of a man running like a scared rodent after dousing the Posie Parker with tomato soup as a Let Women Speak rally. This is what women face when standing up for their rights in 2024 fight. Chloe Dodds, absolutely despicable that she is being assaulted for simply saying that females matter and fighting against the trans ideology.
I mean, it's bonkers. I mean, if you told someone 10 years ago that you would have soup thrown over you, and, you know, that's just one of many attacks she has faced. You know, everyone comes after this very brave woman online and comes after anyone who dares to say what a man is and what a woman is online. You get absolutely attacked by the dogs. If you told people 10 years ago what's going on now, they'd think it's absolutely bonkers. I mean, 10 years ago, you'd call someone a sexist for throwing soup over a woman like that. But nowadays, you're some, you know, glorified trans activist for doing that. I'm sure all of that guy's supporters are all applauding him on Twitter for what he did, no doubt. I think it's absolutely disgusting. And I think it just shows the state of debate that we've gotten to. It used to be the case that if you disagreed with someone, you could fight them with words rather than soup. It's just absolutely ridiculous. We just shout and scream at people and throw soup over them if we disagree with them these days, rather than actually have a proper debate. I'm glad to see that she has come out, it seems, unscathed and still fighting. This could have been a lot worse. You know, she could have, if that was boiling hot soup or something worse, she could have come out with burn marks all over her face. So thank God it looks like she's okay. You know, but it seems like she's sort of had a, you know, obviously it's not on the scale of nearly being assassinated, but sort of her Trump moment. Someone tried to attack her and she came out still standing and still speaking and still going strong. So good for her.
Well, indeed, it will actually only add to her cause, won't it? But you are completely right to point out one day it might not be soup. And obviously that is so concerning. But Henry, can we also just talk about these pathetic excuse of men, idiotic little woke individuals like the guys who run Led by Donkeys, who believe it's acceptable to attack females for standing up for their biological rights. This is actually, when you think about it, misogyny on speed by people who think that they are above that. First, everyday subtle changes occur in our bodies, often going unnoticed. It's called inflammagene, a chronic low-grade inflammation that deteriorates our health as we get older. It's more than just a sign of aging, it's a key contributor to health issues like cardiovascular diseases, dementia and depression, and physical decline. It continuously weakens the body's resilience, turning minor infections severe and impacting mental health and cognitive function. Inflammagene significantly diminishes both quality of life and independence. Proper diet, exercise, and sleep can only get you so far. So that is why I take Clean Bean by Verso. It contains ingredients targeted to fight off and help prevent inflammagene. Research shows that these ingredients clean out damaged cells in the body that affect healthy cells, reduce inflammation, protect against oxidative stress, and improve conditions like cardiovascular diseases and neurological disorders. After taking Clean Bean for some time, I've noticed less joint pain, increased energy, better mood, and clearer skin. I can think better, I don't get as sick as before, and these are all benefits actually of reducing inflammation. Plus, Verso ensures transparency and quality by publishing third-party testing results for each batch they produce, so you know you're getting exactly what you paid for. Now, you can click the description in our YouTube or Rumble show notes, or head on over to www.ver.so and use the coupon code Outspoken at checkout to save 15% on your first order. So to repeat, that's buy.ver.so/outspoken. Use the coupon code Outspoken.
And indeed, Dan. And what's happening is that all of this is being normalized. And if we go, if we look at, we started this conversation talking about James O'Brien and his rhetoric. He is normalizing this hatred of anybody who he happens to disagree with. Then you've got the two-tier policing. You've got the response to Just Stop Oil, and not just the police, but also the Crown Prosecution Service and the judges who let these people off. You've got all sorts of things. You've got people being told that we're not deporting them because, although they've beaten somebody to death in the back of an ambulance and then they're Nigerian, but we're not going to deport them because of their mental health. Look, we have got a significant problem in this country where we have normalized the minority and the people who will do harm and the people who are breaking all social norms and dismantling society in doing so. We're looking after them. We are protecting them. We are saying that they are okay. What they're doing is fair enough. They've got the freedom of expression, but nobody else has. Anybody who stands up for traditional social and cultural traditions and our customary way of customary behavioural norms in this country is being vilified. And in that environment that's being created and has increasingly been sort of built up over the last 10 years or so, then people who are perhaps inadequate in all sorts of ways decide that it's actually fair enough for them to attack people, as this was a can of tomato soup. It was a lump of concrete with Nigel Farage and milkshakes. But we've seen members of parliament stabbed. We've seen all sorts of things. This sort of kind of protest, instead of, as Chloe says, entering into normal debate and discussion and the exchange of ideas and views, people are being, even lauded and celebrated for this sort of behaviour. It's absolutely outrageous. They need to be going straight to jail. No holds barred. No matter which side of the argument they're on, it's unacceptable. But we've normalised it.
Absolutely right. It's woke tyranny, isn't it? Thank you so much for watching Dan Wootton Outspoken. Please do subscribe if you want lots more clips and interviews like that. Plus, if you want to watch our totally uncensored after show, then visit www.outspoken.live.